Hi everyone and welcome to stretch class. Take this moment to find some space on your mat, sit with your bum on your heels, and we'll get started. So place your right hand next to you. Big inhale, left arm up and reach over. And release. Other side, right arm reaches up, waking up that right side body. And exhale, release down. One more time. Inhale, left arm up, reach, 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 reach. And release. Last time. And release. Now I'm just going to turn so I can show you. So stay where you are. But take your arms behind you and clasp your fingers together, palms touching. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together, open your chest and look up. Big inhale in and then exhale, full forward, forehead to knee if that's available to you. Really waking up your shoulders. And on your next inhale, slowly rise up. See if you can touch your knuckles to your feet and just look up. Keep stretching through your spine. Big inhale in and then exhale, fold forward. Arms over top. And then on your next inhale, come up again. And then release. Shake out your arms, roll your shoulders, and then come onto all fours. As always, we're in line from our shoulder over our wrist and knees hip distance apart. So we're going to take our right arm up, left leg back, and we're just going to hold here. We're working on our core and our balance. So if you feel like you're like this, try to shift your weight forward so you have your shoulder directly over your wrist. Keep holding, keep lengthening, creating one line from the tips of your toes to your fingertips, waking up that core. Keep stretching, keep reaching, and release. Take it on the other side, so your left arm up and your right leg back. Line up your shoulder over your wrist, and keep reaching. Your gaze should be at the mat just in front of you. So you have one nice long spine. This is great for your balance and energizing your core, saying hello to those muscles. And release. So we'll take a couple of cat-cows. So we'll start by inhaling, dropping our belly, looking up to the sky. Exhaling, rounding our back. Gaze to our belly button. Inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, round your spine. Last time. Inhale, look up, tailbone to the sky. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, look to your belly button. Come back to neutral. And curl your toes under, push back to your first downward facing dog. We'll pedal our feet, so we'll take our dog for a little walk. Just waking up your body from side to side. And then we hold for 5 breaths. 1, keep drawing your chest towards your knees. 2, keep actively pushing your heels towards your mat. 3, create space between your shoulders and your ears. 4, keep actively pushing away from your mat. And 5, keep spreading your hands wide on your mat. And then on your next inhale, walk your hands to meet your feet. Just let everything go. Release all the tension. And then with a slight bend in your knee, curl up to standing. Once you reach the top, 2 big shoulder rolls. And we're going to start with our warm-up. So our body is warm for all the stretching. So with feet hip distance apart, start with your chin touching your chest, curling down. And when your hands meet the mat, walk them out into a high plank and hold. Take your left leg, your left foot, step it outside your left hand. Come into lizard. And we're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send your leg back. Take your right leg outside your right hand. So lizard on the right. You'll notice I'm rocking a little bit from side to side. I always find that helps when you're just waking up your body. And step your leg back. Now take your Chaturanga Dandasana for 3, 2, 1. When your belly reaches the mat, come up into a Sphinx pose. Look up. And lower back down. Push on up into downward facing dog and walk your hands to meet your toes. Relax your head and curl up ever so slowly. When you reach the top, let's start again. Chin to chest, roll all the way down, hands touch the mat, walk on out, come into a high plank, and take your left knee to your left elbow and hold for 3, 2, 1. Send it back. Right knee to right elbow for 3, 2, 1. Send it back. Left knee to left elbow, hold for 3, 2, 1. Send it back. Right knee, right elbow for 3, 2, and 1. Step back and then lower down. And then this time come up into an upward facing dog. So just the tops of your toenails are on the mat and your palms. Push away, straight arms, look up, open the chest. And then come back into your downward facing dog. Walk those hands to meet your feet. Slowly curl up. And one last time. Chin to chest, curl down. When your hands reach the mat, walk them out into your high plank and hold. Take your left foot on the outside of your left hand and send your left arm up and behind for a nice lunge twist. Take a couple breaths here, really opening up. And release. Come back into high plank. Right foot outside of right hand. Send that right arm up and back. Your back leg should be straight and you should feel a twist. And release. Come back into down dog and then walk your hands to meet your feet. And let everything go. And vertebrae by vertebrae. You slowly curl up to standing. Okay. Now, take your left leg. Don't take a huge step. Maybe into the middle of your mat if you're standing at the back of your mat. And have your back foot at a 40-degree angle. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Keep going till your hands reach the mat. And if you can place your stomach on your thigh, chest on your knee, forehead on your shin, go ahead and do so. Waking up the backs of the legs. Hello, hamstrings. And hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly come up and switch legs. So your right leg is in front, left is back. Inhale to straighten your back, and then exhale. Fold over. Stomach to thigh, chest to knee, forehead to your shin. Keep breathing. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come up and then turn to face the wide edge of your mat for Malasana. So our stance is outside of the hip and our feet are turned out slightly. We're going to take a big inhale in, palms touch at the top, and slowly draw your hands down towards your heart center as you take a squat all the way down. And then once you're as far as you can go, just drop the bottom half of your body, sink into it, keep your spine straight, and actively push your knees away with your elbows. So the aim is to have your prayer hands in the middle of your chest. Your feet are flat on your mat. And you can go ahead and rock from side to side. Shoulders away from the ears, so not like this, nice and long. Close your eyes if you need to. And just focus on your breath. I know this is quite a challenging posture. A few more breaths here. And then we take our right hand to the center. Our left arm goes up. We twist back and release. Right arm goes up and back and release. Left arm up and back. Release. And right arm up and back. Twist, twist. And release. Now we're going to turn to come into a low lunge. So left foot is forward. And then your right foot is behind with the tops of your toenails on the mat. So square your hips to the front edge of your mat and sink in. Now, often we like to send our tailbone up with a curve in our back. Let's try to keep our tailbone a little bit tucked so we're neutral, if you can. I always have to remind myself this because I tend to have a very curved back. Now raise your arms up to the sky. And then take your left fingers and just put them next to you. So you reach your right arm over, side stretch. And then release. Left arm over. Release. Take your right arm over. Release. Last time. Left arm up and over. And release. Now we're going to take our left arm forward. bend the knee, grab onto the top of your right foot. Start closing the gap between your right heel and your right butt cheek. And really feel this in your quads. If you do a lot of running or cycling, this is a great stretch. This is a great stretch for anyone, actually. Anyone. And slowly release. We're going to take our half split, so we're going to send our hips back. We're going to flex our left foot. We're going to lengthen our back and then slowly fold over. Really feeling this in your hamstrings. Just keep breathing through. You should never feel any pain, maybe a little bit of discomfort. They say without challenge, there's no change. So don't be afraid to challenge yourself a little bit, but be safe about it. And then on your next inhale, slowly come up. And then bring your right foot to meet your left. Step back with your left foot. So we take low lunge with our right foot in front. Again, really work on your alignment, hip square. Try to tuck your tailbone in a little bit so you have a neutral spine. And then raise your arms up to the sky, shoulders away from ears. And then right fingertips next to you, left arm up and over. And switch, right arm up and over. And release, left arm up and over. And last time for your right arm up and over. And release. So we do 4? Just do 1 just in case. And then send your right arm forward. Bend your back knee. Grab on the top of your foot. And keep using the strength of your right hand to draw your heel closer to you. Again, you should be taking note of your body. If you're stiffer on the left or the right, what areas do you need to work on a little more? Or what areas do you need to give more love to? That's a better way to put it. A couple more inhales and exhales. And then slowly release. And then send your hips back. And then take your half split, right foot forward and flexed. Again, keep reminding yourself to lengthen. So always imagine that someone's pulling a string from the top of your head. You'll always hear me say that. Lengthen, lift. Elongate. We want long, strong muscles with lots of mobility and flexibility. That's the goal. And on your next inhale, slowly release. I'm going to take a little camel. So set yourself up with your knees hip distance apart. We're going to do level 1, level 2. So level 1, fingertips pointing up onto your lower back. Inhale, open your chest, look up, send your hips forward, and go back as far as you can without any pain. And we hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly release. Let's take a quick child's pose. So active child's pose with your hands out in front, forehead on the floor. Take a couple of deep breaths, really filling up your rib cage. On your next inhale, lift your head, push yourself back up, come back into your setup for camel. So you can go ahead and do the same again, level 1, or if you want to try this next posture that's a little bit more difficult, go ahead. So again, set yourself up. Inhale, push your hips forward, open your chest, look up, and then bring your hands to your heels. And then look back behind you. So nice straight arms, strong legs. Keep actively pushing your hips forward. Nice curve in your back. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Your hands back onto your lower back and come on up. Take another quick child's pose. Your arms out in front, forehead on the mat. On your next inhale, come back up. We're going to come back up to standing. This time we're going to take our legs quite wide. And then our toes are facing you guys. So facing forward, or your toes are facing me. Take a nice big inhale up. Reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Hands on the mat. Just see how you feel. Don't want to lose an AirPod. Maybe you can place the top of your head, the crown of your head on the mat. As you keep sending your hips up to the sky. Nice strong legs. Almost like you're like spreading the mat with your feet. And then on your next inhale, start walking over to your right and grab onto your calf or your ankle or your heel. You should feel a nice stretch on your left side body. Around your armpit area, your shoulders. And release. Walk your hands over to the left side, again grabbing onto your calf, onto your heel, and then drawing your body closer to your leg, slight twist. Again, you're feeling this in your hamstrings and all in your right side body. And slowly release. Hands to the middle. Now we're going to bend our right knee. We're going to move side to like a little side squat. And hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Use your hands to push yourself up. And we take it on to the left side. Again, you can have if you need balance, put your hands out in front. Or you can be on your fingertips. See how you feel. Really opening up your inner thighs. And then again, we go over to the right. Maybe this time your arms reach out in front. Flex your left toe up to the ceiling. And then push away, switch sides, flex your grounded foot. And then come on up. Put your hands on your hips. And slowly come back up. Roll out your shoulders. This time you're going to take your hands, clasp your fingers, palms touching. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades, open your chest. And exhale, come forward. Arms, hands, reaching out in the area in front of you. Maybe one day your knuckles will reach the floor. Hold for a few more breaths. Release all the tension in your neck. Just surrender, allowing gravity to pull you forward. And on your next inhale, slowly come up to standing and shake it all out. Now stand with your feet just a little bit further open than your hips and start to do some big hip circles. So nice exaggerated hip circles. Do like 3 or 4 going one way and then go back the other way. 3 or 4 times each side. Once you're finished, we're going to meet at the back of our mat. We're going to slowly roll down, come out into a downward facing dog. We're sending our right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Curl your knee towards your nose and send that leg back up. Nice straight leg. And then curl your knee in, but this time go to your right elbow. Hold. Send that leg back up to the sky, nice straight leg. And curl your knee in, and then tap your left elbow, twist. And send that leg back up. Bend the knee. Stack the hip right over left. Really exaggerate it, but try to keep your shoulders square to the front of your mat if you can. And then slowly release as we take pigeon with our right leg forward. So set yourself up. Hips are square to the mat in front of you. Nice straight leg. Your right foot is flexed. And then when you're ready, slowly lower your top body onto your leg. Forehead on the mat. Arms reach out in front. Close your eyes. Focus on your breath. Start telling your muscles to relax. So if they're tense, tell them to release. If you're feeling any tightness, just send your breath and your energy there. Relax your shoulders if you're holding tension there. And start to surrender. Start allowing your body to melt into the mat. Your body will start to feel heavier. Gravity will pull you down. And again, if you'd like to hold this a little longer, you can go ahead and pause the video The more you practice, the longer you can hold, which is better. It's progress. For now, we're going to slowly release. Slowly walk our hands to our body. Tuck our left toe. Send our right leg up to the sky. Stretch it out. And then right foot meets the left. Again, pedal your feet from side to side. And then send that left leg up to the sky, nice and straight. And then curl it in to tap your nose. Send it back up. And then curl it in to tap your left elbow. And then send that left leg back up, nice and straight. Curl it inwards. And then tap your right elbow, twist. And then send it back up, straight leg. Then bring it forward. Left knee to left wrist. You've been here before, so just set yourself up. You move from side to side. Try to feel comfortable as you can. Hips square. And when you're ready, slowly lower down your chest on top of your left leg. Reach your arms forward. Place your forehead on the mat. And just breathe. Let it all go. You can keep your left foot flexed to protect your knee. And you're new to AirPods. I keep feeling like they're going to fall out of my ear, but they're still there. Just focus on your breathing. Noticing how the air enters and fills your rib cage as it expands and then contracts. Just reminding your legs to release any tension. Even the right leg at the back, it might be tense. Tell your muscles to release and just sink in. And again, if you want to pause this video and hold this longer, I definitely encourage you to do so. For now, we're going to inhale, lift our heads up, and walk our hands to meet our body. Tuck the right toe behind, send your left leg up, three-legged dog, straight leg. And then bring your left foot down to meet your right. Pedal out your legs. And then we're going to come to a seated position on our mat. We're going to open up our shoulders. So take your hands out in front. We're going to take our right arm under our left, and then they're going to connect at where the elbow bends, and then palms touching. Inhale, raise your arms up as you squeeze your palms together, and then away from your face. So you should feel quite an intense stretch in your left shoulder, whatever arm's on top, that's where you're going to feel it the most. Keep your spine nice and straight, no slouching, nice and long. And then release. Roll your shoulders, and then arms out in front. This time left arm under, the right, they connect at the crease, and then palms touching, actively pressing them together. Then inhale, lift them up, and then out, so away from your face. So your arms are pointing towards me. And again, the top arm is the one that will feel the most stretch. And then slowly release and shake it out. Send both your legs out in front. And we're going to take our right foot and place it on the inside of our left thigh. Both sit bones firmly on the ground. Big inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, lengthen, reach forward, grabbing onto that foot or ankle or calf muscle. Again, stomach onto thigh, chest onto knee, forehead onto knee. So stomach and chest on thigh, forehead onto knee. If you have that added flexibility, aim to have your head touch. Touching the mat. You should feel this deep stretch on your right lower back and hips and glutes. And inhale, lift your head up and walk your hands back and switch sides. Give your legs a shake, and then left foot comes into your right thigh, inner thigh. Reach your arms up to lengthen, and then fold forward, reaching forward, nice long back. And then again, grabbing on to your foot, your toes, maybe your calf. With every exhalation, can you sink lower? We're nice and warm, so we can push yourself maybe a little bit further. Challenge yourself to make sure you don't feel any pain. And on your next inhale, slowly rise up. And we're going to come on to our backs. But before that, my favorite way to get onto your back, slow and controlled. So use your core strength to slowly lower down. Slow, slow, slow. And release. Shake your hips out from side to side. And we're going to place our left foot on top of our right thigh. And then send our right leg up to the sky. Keep your left foot flexed and then hold on to your calf muscle, your right calf muscle, and draw your leg closer to you. Your neck is relaxed, your shoulders are on the mat. So you feel this in your left side hip. If you prefer to have your right leg bent, you can go ahead and do so. A couple of breaths here. And release. Release both legs down. Give your hips a little shake. And then take your right flexed foot on top of your left thigh. And then slowly bring your left leg up. Again, you can hold on to the back of your left calf. If you need to feel a little more, gently Push your leg away using the strength of your right arm. Again, if you're used to having a bent left leg for your figure 4 stretch, go ahead and do so. And slowly release. Now we're going to come into a bridge pose. So to set yourself up, bend your knees, your heels should be close enough to you that you can just touch them with your middle finger. So take a big inhale in and send your hips up to the sky. And start to bring your shoulders closer together and then clasp your fingers together, palms touching. Keep sending your hips up to the sky. Your gaze should be right above you on the ceiling. Don't look from side to side. Just protect your neck. Keep pushing away from the mat with your heels, lifting up, and slowly release. We're going to take a happy baby. So reach for the outsides of your feet. Your entire back should be on the floor as you draw your knees towards your armpits. You can rock side to side if that feels good. And then we're going to take full wheel. So slowly release your legs back to the same position where we were for bridge. This time place your hands next to your ears and try to maintain your knees to be hip distance apart. So don't open your legs when you're in wheel, which we tend to do. Take a big inhale in and then push away with your legs and your arms at the same time. Keep your knees hugged into the center. Imagine you have a block between your knees and you don't want to let it drop. So keep pushing up. Maybe walk your feet a little closer and hold. And when you're ready, slowly release. Your head makes contact first, then your neck, then your upper back, your lower back, and release your feet. Let's take another happy baby. This time we can straighten our legs. And release. Now slowly come back up to a seated position. And that concludes our class today. Take a few breaths in. Deep breath in and then let it all out. I hope you're feeling a lot more mobility in your body and you feel good. Thank you for joining, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.